you guys watched my video from a couple days ago, then you know that I ranked every American League starting pitching rotation. Well, today I'm going to be doing the same thing, but with the National League. I just want to remind you before I get into the video that I got all the starting rotations from Fangraphs, so if something seems off, that would be why. It's their fault, not mine, okay? And I ranked each pitcher individually on a scale of 1 to 5 in every rotation, and then created a average team rating from those ratings that I gave each pitcher, and then used that to create my list. So I know that was a lot, but without further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in at number 15, I don't think it's really any surprise. The worst pitching rotation in all of baseball is the Colorado Rockies. You could replace their rotation with your local high school varsity team, and you'd probably get similar results. They're so bad that I might as well not mention anyone in the rotation and add in the fact that they have to pitch at Coors for over half their games, and it's gonna be yet another season of poor Rockies pitching. Coming in at number 14, we got the Washington Nationals. Their rotation is pretty much the definition of a dumpster fire, but they get a little more slack than a team like the Pirates or the Royals or the Rockies, because over half the rotation has been big leaguers for 2 or less seasons. Expect the young guys like Josiah Gray, Mackenzie Gore, and Cade Cavalli to show a little bit more promise as the season progresses, but Patrick Corbin and Trevor Williams are going to be horrible, and so is this team. Coming in at number 13, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're bad, just bad. Kind of like the Royals, are relying on a 40-year-old pitcher to be one of their best pitchers, and for a team, that's just not a recipe for success. But it's the Pirates, so what do you expect? Mitch Keller and Rich Hill and a bunch of guys they found off the street are going to make a bad season even worse for the Pirates. Coming in at number 12, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks. They have 2 very solid pitchers in Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly, but Madison Bumgarner and his awful contract paired with Zach Davies and Ryan Nelson makes for a very weak back half of their rotation. Coming in at number 11, we got the Cincinnati Reds. Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo both broke out last year with solid rookie campaigns, but the rest of the rotation and Graham Ashcraft, Luke Weaver, and Luis Cessa is very weak, and it's going to make it difficult for them to win a lot of games this year. Coming in at number 10, we got the Chicago Cubs. The best way to describe the rotation is just not bad. Hayden Wesneski is looking to build on a very solid rotation where he looked good in limited action. And Jameson Taillon, Justin Steele, and Marcus Stroman are all very solid pitching rotations, but Drew Smyly is going to hold them back at times. Coming in at number 9, we got the San Francisco Giants. Logan Webb is elite, and Alex Cobb, Ross Stripling, and Alex Wood are all very solid options when you're building rotation. Sean Manaea might give you a heart attack every once in a while, but overall the rotation for the Giants is very solid, and the fact that they play in a pitcher-friendly ballpark is going to help them win a couple more games with how solid their rotation is. At number 8, we have the St. Louis Cardinals. While the Cardinals rely on an 80-year-old pitcher to pitch a decent amount of innings for them in Adam Wainwright, like the Royals and the Pirates also try to do, they picked up where the Royals and the Pirates failed and surrounded him with other good pitchers. Mike Mikolas, Jordan Montgomery, Jack Flaherty, and Steven Matz are all very solid pitchers, and they're going to help the Cardinals make a deep playoff push this year, I think. Coming in at number 7, we got the Miami Marlins. Having the Cy Young from last year is a great piece to have in any rotation, and add in Jesus Luzardo, who broke out last year and is very solid, and Trevor Rogers and Johnny Cueto, who will be solid most nights, and you have a pretty good rotation. Edward Cabrera is going to be interesting as the 5th starter because he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time at the major league level yet. But if he continues to develop this year, this rotation could really help their team win some games in a difficult division. Coming in at number 6, we got the San Diego Padres. While the offense and the defense are still the stronger points of their team, the Padres' starting rotation isn't half bad. They have 2 guys who regularly perform at an elite level in Yu Darvish and Blake Snell, and they picked up Michael Wacha and Seth Lugo to help solidify their starting rotation. And on top of that, they have Nick Martinez, who's also pretty good. With how good their rotation is, the Padres are looking like a terrifying team and could contend for a World Series this year. Coming in at number 5, we have the Atlanta Braves. Max Fried, Spencer Strider, and Kyle Wright are looking like they're going to be a 3-headed monster this year, paired with Charlie Morton and Ian Anderson, who are looking to bounce back from lackluster seasons last year. And you're looking at a very solid rotation who can help their team contend for yet another championship this year. Coming in at number 4, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers, per usual, look like they have one of the best rotations in all of baseball, with 2 pitchers in Kershaw and Julio Urias, who are likely to be in Cy Young contention, and Dustin May, whose stuff has looked nasty and is first season back so far in spring, and Noah Syndergaard, who I expect to have a bounce back season. They're going to be a scary team to hit against. And Ryan Papoy, I think is how it's pronounced, isn't awful as a fifth starter either. Coming in at number 3, we got the Philadelphia Phillies. Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola are probably going to be in the contention for Cy Young a majority of the year. And Ranger Suarez and Taijuan Walker are 2 very solid pitchers who are going to hold up the back end of their rotation. Bailey Falter may falter at some points, but overall, the Phillies have one of the best rotations in the entire league. Coming in at number 2, we got the New York Mets. It's not often a team loses a Cy Young caliber pitcher and can say their starting rotation gets better, but that's what happened with the Mets this offseason. Verlander's coming off a season where he won a Cy Young. Scherzer looked like his usual elite self when he was playing last year. And they added Kodai Senga and his mythical ghost splitter on top of 2 very solid back end of the rotation guys in David Peterson and Carlos Carrasco. As long as their rotation can stay healthy this year, the Mets are going to be competing for a championship. Finally, coming in at number 1 in not only the National League, but in my opinion, the entire league, the Brewers. The Brewers pretty much have a pitching factory at this point, and it's shown with how good their starting rotation is. Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and Freddie Peralta have all looked at like Cy Young contenders at some point in the last couple of years and are all still very elite. And Eric Lauer and Wade Miley are both very solid pitchers. Their rotation pretty much has no holes in it, and it looks like it's going to help them secure yet another division title. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts on my rankings down below, and as well as any video ideas you'd like to see in the future. And until next time, peace.